Hello, welcome back to Tag, talking about God with myself, Martin, and my co-host, Ramzel and Lizette. Alright, welcome back to another week. Alright, so for this one,
We're experiencing some budget cuts, guys. I
We
have
yeah,
got some serious budget cuts. We went from a whiteboard to a piece of paper.
uh, we gotta be eco-friendly now. We're trying to like not kill trees, so
Eco-friendly, that's been more destructive.
next week, oh, there you go. We have no more budget. That's it.
Well, there goes our budget.
Oh, we're not sure if next week we might do a video next week because of a budget.
to see if we got approval to increase our budget for $1.
It's pending.
Next week, it won't be my face. It will just be a picture of me, and then just me talking.
Sure.
Yeah, next week we can't afford Zoom anymore, so.
So, anyways, all right. Thank you for tuning in to the candidates viewing us. That's all of you. Um, so jumping to announcements. First of all, let me say,
Not announcements. What's wrong with you? We haven't even talked about God yet.
oh, yeah, I forgot.
And how has your week been, and
How has
so
your week
on so
been?
far?
Well,
I'll start off. My week so far was hit with some bad news yesterday. Um, so it's it's not been a good week. But last week, it went really well. There's been construction in my house, so my I think my week started on Friday because
Mm.
ever since Friday, it's just been downhill. Um, the construction at my house is like not allowing me to fully rest as I would want to when I'm not working. So
Mhm. Mhm.
waking up at 8 in the morning and not sleeping until like 1 or 2 and like cleaning the house and stuff. So it's more than like what 16 hours or so of just
I,
being.
I, I was gonna say that yeah, anytime you have to wake up early, it's a rough day. but
Yeah,
but
it's
sleeping, going to sleep late too.
yeah.
That's
If
that
you guys
extra.
don't know me, I am like a night owl person. Like I live for the night. I can be up all night. But me waking up in the morning is like so hard and exhausting. And I feel sorry for anybody who is near me from like 8 to like 10 because I'm not fully awake and I'm like cranky a little bit. Like I'm a light, like I'm a fuse. Like anything can just fuse me off during those 2 hours. So for me to wake up, especially on the weekend, like weekends, I enjoy sleeping in, and like this week was just no. So it's been a rough week. It's been a rough week. But just keeping that patience, I think has been I've been doing better with patience this week for sure. But it's just that rough patch.
That
So
is good.
it's funny because last week we were talking about lightening our burdens, and God was like, "Yeah, lighten other people's burden lists, but let's add on to yours." So
Everything is a sacrifice.
yeah, it's been a struggle, but yeah, so just being able to still help people out during this week and be able to like lighten theirs. But I feel like by me lightening theirs, I've gained more. So I need to go to confession pronto. That's all I got. What about you guys?
how about your rooms, though? How's your week?
Me, it's been a weird week. I think Friday, well, 4th of July. I'm not a fan of 4th of July anymore.
Yeah.
Every time I hear fireworks going off, I'm like, my dog's getting scared. Or now I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, yeah, we want to be clean and eco-friendly. Yeah, we're throwing all this smoke into the air. Yeah, cool. Fireworks. All right, awesome. They're shooting them 3 months before 4th of July, 3 months after. they're shooting them like all throughout the year. So I'm
You
like,
know it's year round. You know it's year
And
round.
also on top of that, we have the bushfires starting now. Like this
mm,
past weekend, like literally near my house, like on the 210 freeway, going heading towards Pasadena, there was like a bushfire fire on the side of the freeway. Like they had to yeah, they had to turn it off. I'm just like, what?
yeah.
Like it's just like
Um,
we're in that season of hotness and lots of smog, you know. So
And wind.
it's
and
that
yeah,
time. It's the fire season
yeah,
starting.
here. So brace yourselves, you know. But
Um, aside from that, well, I had a little bit of a scare. Not really a scare because I trust in God, so I'm not really that scared of anything. Um, but I thought I might have been infected with COVID on you guys are like, what? I'm just like, and then my reaction was like, I might be getting sick. um, but it turned out to be nothing. I woke up on Saturday and my throat was like hurting. And then Sunday my throat was still hurting, and then I had a little cough. So then Monday I didn't go to work. Yesterday I didn't go to work. Just as a precaution, I was like, I told my supervisor, I'm like, this is how I was on Saturday. This is how I was today. As a precaution, I'm gonna call off for tomorrow. Just because I want to make sure that everyone stays healthy. And I'll give you an update tomorrow, see how I'm doing. Woke up on Monday, everything was gone. And I blame it to myself. Like I'm a very healthy person. Like immune wise, I'm like very healthy. The only thing that will ever affect me is a cough. And right now, COVID is like the main thing that people are looking for is a cough. Um, but the weird thing that affects me coughing is whenever I go into a lot of temperature change. So if outside is hot and then I come inside and it's cold,
Mhm.
that temperature change, if that constantly happens to me, it gives me a cough. And then because it's hot outside, I want to drink cold water, and the cold stuff that I drink it irritates my cough even more. So it's a weird like allergic reaction of mine. So I'm like, because I'm so healthy, like there has to be something that like afflicts me, and not only that, like just I guess this before COVID started, um, I guess I'm allergic now just to the seasonal changes. It's something new in me, and I remember before COVID started, I was like coughing. I called out from work like 3 or 4 different times because I was just like coughing. I couldn't breathe, nothing. And then my supervisor would hear me and they're like, "Oh yeah, I hear you. Yeah, just stay home." And then when I would go to work, they're like, are you okay?" I'm like, It's not COVID. It's not COVID. I'm okay. They're just allergies. Like it's something new, so I'm like trying to handle it." And like, "Oh, I get you." But yeah, it's something new that I have to get used to now. I don't like it.
have you ever coughed with your mask on? Like you have a mask and you had a cough, like you have your mask. So
No.
because that
This is a thing about me because like whenever I get sick, whenever I get the cold or the flu, um, the thing that'll stay with me the longest is a cough.
okay.
Like I'll get a runny nose, but that'll be gone real quick. But the cough will stay on me for like weeks.
Oh.
Um, because of that, I've kind of learned how to like not cough when I feel the urge. So like I like slow down and like I control it for to an extent. So whenever I go to public, I like either I do a very very light cough where like no one can hear it, or just like I feel I'm about to cough and I'm just like freeze, don't move, and then like I control it and it goes away. Um, so yeah, when my allergies were kicking hard and then COVID started happening and I was wearing a mask, I was like, and then I would like just like kind of control it, like go away from a lot of people and just like do a slight cough and then they continue what I was doing. Um, I've learned a few tricks about controlling my body.
What about you, my dream? How's your week been?
Sleeping a lot.
Mm,
Sleeping,
I would
sleeping, sleeping. Yeah.
Lots of sleeping.
Lost sleeping and playing with my huskies. Well, I'm still being at home, being cautious, but
You know, I was playing video games. I was playing a game that I
but
still need to
it's a lot.
finish.
Like I'm going to sleep like around 10, 11. I'm waking up. My body's automatically waking up like around 6, 6,
Mhm.
7.
Mhm.
I'm just like, oh no, and if I don't freak out, be like, oh man, I'm late. It's 9 or 10. I was like, no, I look at I lean over, get on my phone, and I just look at it and be like 5:50, like today, 5:50. I'm like, this is way too early. I'm like, why am I waking up?
Yeah, your internal clock, right? It wakes you
Yeah,
up.
yeah. So the last like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I haven't been putting my alarm because first of all, I'm at home, staying at home. Well, where am I gonna go? You
Yeah.
know, except on Mondays, take out the trash bins. That's it. But besides that, you know,
Yeah, I I I I
yeah,
agree with that. Like I hate when I get a day off. Like on Friday, it was a day off,
yeah.
and I still woke up early. Like I didn't set my alarm or anything, and I was like, ah. I was just wide awake. I was like, I need sleep.
Y'all need to just put, if you know you have a day off the next day, just turn your phone on airplane
That's
mode.
me every
No,
day.
this
I
this
have
is
a
a
day off.
this is a thing
Let
though.
your body wake up when it needs to wake up.
That's what I do.
Right,
This is the thing. Like I put I close up my blinds. Like I have two sets of blinds. This one, another one. I close them up completely. I cover them up, but like at 5:30 in the morning,
Your
the
body.
light's shining through. I'm just like, one time I woke up at 5:30 thinking it was like 7:30. I woke up. I was like, what time is it? I looked at the clock. I was like,
I'm like,
5:30, and I looked out, and the sun was just coming, and I was like, what the heck?
yeah. And also just when I wake up like that time 7, right? I feel like cutting the grass because the grass hasn't been cut in a while. I feel like cutting grass, but I have to be
Okay, see,
considerate.
I don't
the
feel like
morning
doing
you
that.
have the urge to just
I have the urge. I'm like, I like
lawn.
this energy. Let me do something with the
Like,
grass.
Speaking of lawnmowers, do you
you know
remember
what?
that?
I need to offer you guys a class on like relaxation.
I know how to relax.
Like, no, but like just sleeping in.
Let's
Like,
say I'm the most relaxed person you might know.
y'all don't know the wonders of sleeping in.
Oh, I do. I absolutely do. I love sleep.
I
Okay,
like it when you
so
sleep and when you wake up and you have like that scar of like your sheets. Like you wake up like what day is it? Like oh, that's the best sleep
I
ever.
th- the best sleep I've ever had. Cause normally, like right now, I wake up throughout the night, either having to go to the bathroom or drink some water or something.
Yeah.
There have been a few times where like I've truly knocked out for like a good time, and then I wake up with like drool and like the line on my face. I'm like, and my hair's all messed up to one side, and I'm like, ah. I just feel refreshed. I was like, that was good.
And when you achieve that very moment, you made that means like yes, I can take that off my bucket list for the month. I
Hmm.
have because those come and go like very few often. You don't be very like
Yeah.
me. I remember when the last time I had that like literally just that feeling of like just like oh man, I need to sleep. So just
the best sleep that I always have is usually after retreat. Like that Monday that we usually, because we plan the retreats to have that Monday off. And like I get home and I just sleep and I don't wake up until like 3 or 4 the next day. Like that.
I've done that before too.
That's sleep.
I
that for
think there
me.
was one time where I slept like 12 hours straight.
Yeah. For me, I can't sleep that Monday when we come back from the retreat. I can't. I try to, but my body's like, no, you got to be awake. And I'm like that for like a week later. I'm still like that in that mindset. Like, let me
Mhm.
sleep. Come on, you need some sleep. Let me sleep. And my body's like, nope.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, so this week we are going to be. Last week we mentioned about Jesus's yoke, right, being easy, right, being light, and less burdening, right, and going back to talking about his teachings, right, they're made easy for us, and yet a lot of us still struggle with the fact or struggle to come to follow those teachings, right? And so this week we're going to be heading into a different parable um, where might have something to do with planting. I don't know. You guys will see. Jesus and his analogies are very
We're
important.
gonna get some green thumbs.
Yeah, we're gonna get some green thumbs this week.
Well,
Uh,
ahead of you guys because I already have
Oh
a
yeah, you
yeah,
gotta.
romantic side.
Martin's sister is already getting started
So
on doing
I'm
her.
ahead of those green thumbs already.
It's because like you say, you have nothing to do. But
So,
that's good. You're keeping our earth clean by planting all these plants.
Yes, dude. There's like a lot of cucumbers that we have. Like literally, just
You should try and make a greenhouse.
no.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know about
So
You
this
need one.
week we are going to be focusing specific. Well, Jesus makes specifically our soil, right? The analogy of gardening, right, that he uses in the scripture to make us realize something about ourselves, right? So hopefully you guys stayed in tune with our Bible study this week. And like I said, it does have to do with the analogy of gardening. So if you're interested in that, maybe this scripture will impact you, right? We're still in ordinary time, and ordinary time, as you guys know, as my first year kids know who have taken their interview, you guys should know that during this time we are still working and reading the scriptures of Jesus's teachings, his ministry, right? All these things that he is proclaiming during this time as he's making his way to Jerusalem to be crucified, right? So pay attention to these readings because a lot of this stuff you get to realize exactly who Jesus is by the way he talks and really what he is there for, right? He's not there to glorify himself. He's there to make you realize how much God in our lives can be so much easier, right? So stay in tune for that. And then right now we're gonna head into the announcements for this week. So, Martin, I know you were so excited to do the announcements
It was.
at the beginning, which you are on mute again.
You've muted yourself.
that. Okay, my bad. I'm back.
So, Martin, give us our first announcement for our lovely candidate.
So first announcement is this for year A and B. You have to have your interviews done by the end of July. Okay, July. Meaning, once of that, we're thinking of, once Lizette tells us more in detail, but we're thinking of taking a break in August and September, and then coming back after September. So make sure you have your interviews done, sealed, ready to be shipped off, passed, with them as well as flying colors. That's importantly, not just have them done, but pass them by July, especially for year A candidates are want to move that are moving on to second year. It's very very crucial as well as for second year B, especially because your confirmation is coming up. Without your interviews and not passing them, you cannot be on probation. You need to have them pass so you could proceed with your ceremony. Okay, so and also as well, if you have any outstanding balances, you make sure you talk to Lizette about that as well. So, so if it's my screen or
I know you pointed to me and I put it to her.
something like this, then
It's all different, okay? It's all fine.
Okay. Ramzal, next one.
Yes. I
Whichever one.
forgot.
Okay.
I apologize. It's been a bit of a long day for me. My brain's kind of fried.
If I tell you one word, maybe it'll trigger it.
Maybe. Let's see.
Appointment.
Ah, yes, appointments. So, trigger words. Appointments. So, remember, guys, if you have watched our previous video, that you have to set up an appointment with Lisette to pick up the tickets from her for the confirmation ceremony. Remember, those tickets are for your entrance. So one is for yourself, and it was four more, right? Three more. So one is for yourself, and it's for three guests. If one is your padrino, then it's two for you. One for your padrino, one for you, one for your padrino, and then two for whoever else wants to go from your family. Um, Remember, if you're going with your sibling together, if both of you are being confirmed, then you get six tickets total. but it appears that only half of you have scheduled an appointment with Lisette. The rest of you, like, what's going on? Come on. The thing that happens here, like, so we can't just simply say, "Oh, you missed your confirmation. That's okay. We'll give it to you on this day." We don't have that luxury right now. Normally, we would say, "Okay, go. You can go and talk to this church because we know they have it during this time, and you talk to them and see if what they can do for you." But we don't have that luxury this time because of COVID. So these are the dates that we've been given. We can't be flexible with them. I'm really, really sorry. If you have some kind of issue with one of the dates, then talk to Lisette. Um, Talk to other parishes. Maybe try and speak to them. But half of you have scheduled an appointment, and the rest of you have not. And if you don't schedule an appointment, then you're not going to get confirmed. So we're not losing out on this. It's you. If like you've already done all of the work, all the assignments, but you're not scheduling your appointment for the confirmation. Um, you're losing out on the confirmation. So you're not gonna be able to pick up your certificate because you're technically not confirmed. The confirmation is the ceremony. Without that ceremony, you're not confirmed.
Mhm. Yeah, so I already on my end have sent out a mass email regarding the reminder of these appointments and how crucial they are. Some of you guys still have not put in, so we still have tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday still available, and then next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So there's still time for you guys to make an appointment. Um, your catechist will be helping me out with calling you and reminding you. So please, 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 guys, make sure we're trying to do the best that we can to provide the information to you to make the ceremony possible. So you guys need to work with us as well and keep that communication between us open. So make sure that you guys are checking your emails daily. Make sure you guys are checking your Google Classrooms weekly for any important information that we'll be sending out to you. And this goes for both year A and year B, right? You never know. I never know when Father tells me something different and that I have to inform you guys. So uh, keep making sure that you guys are checking your Google Classroom because that's where I'm going to post majority of any announcements. If we don't talk about them here on Tag, then I'll post it on the stream in the Google Classroom. So make sure that you guys are constantly checking at least weekly um, your Google Classroom, making sure that you guys are on top of everything, right? Making sure that you guys finish your requirements, right? Life nights, Bible study, class attendance, mass attendance. That you guys should be keeping up with that weekly, right? And then, like Martine said, what we're planning to do for our first year is that we're gonna give you guys that break from August to September. As on our end, we're working on the new curriculum, the new schedule for next year. Like I said before, it is going to look different. So we're going to take those 2 months to really, plan out everything for the whole year. And then hopefully by October, when you guys check your Google Classroom, you will not be in year A, but you will be in year B. Um,
That's why it's
that would be
important.
exciting.
Yeah, that's why it's important for the interviews for year A. If you haven't done your interviews, we cannot go back later on once October comes around. Be like, oh, I'm still here. I can still do my interview. No, it's either us. You have until now, until the end of July to get your interviews in.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this goes out to those who didn't pass the first time and need to do a retake, and those a few, maybe like 20 or so, that still have not taken their interview. So please sign up. There is a form on the Google Classroom that says last call interviews. I added another week to it, and if you guys, if you need more time, let me know. Make sure that you guys check out the study guides for both year A and year B. Like all the information's on there. We literally walk through you through the interview. So just check that out, and your interview won't be that bad.
For some of our viewers, where could they find that study guide if they're not, if they
All
just
this is
didn't know
on
about
Google
it?
Classroom.
Google
Every
Classroom.
single thing,
Got it.
anything that we say here, anything that we post, any forms, that's all gonna. You guys know that's always gonna be posted on Google Classroom. So check it out. With that being said, I think that's the end of the announcements. That's the end of our video. Make sure that you guys stay tuned for our Bible study, and we'll see you there.
Make sure you keep your hands, feet inside at all times during this ride as we embark on our journey to learning more about God.
And make sure as well, be safe, take care, have a great week, and make sure if you go outside, wear a mask, please. You know,
And if
please
you're
wear it.
having a tough week like me, just know that God is with you and is working with you. Ask for increased patience and know that the week will get better because
Yeah,
that's
you know what? You guys have seen us. You've seen us happy, and you probably go like, well, you're happy because you're with God. Well, just because we're happy with God doesn't mean that we don't struggle in life.
Yeah.
We got our ups and downs too, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We just know how to handle things.
yeah. I wish I was happy 100% all the time, but reality is it's like 50-50.
It's hard.
But knowing that God is here and that God is present is what keeps me still joyful and still hopeful.
Yes.
So
I am 50% or 100% because of God, and 50% the 50-50 that you said is for mental health reasons.
yeah,
I focus on the bad stuff too much, so I've learned to kind of when something bad happens, I just have to let it go so it doesn't come back.
let it go.
All
Exactly.
right, this is
Also,
it.
I just freeze
Thank you
everything
so much.
around me
Thank you
Okay,
so much for tuning in to our tag talking
and listening to our rambling.
about God announce, you know. So yeah, so make sure you stay tuned for the Bible study coming up after this. So this was Tag.
you're it.
You're it.